15 signs your cat loves you. Have you ever wondered if your cat actually loves you? Unlike dogs, who jump, bark, and wag their tails without holding anything back, cats are far more reserved. They don't shout their affection, they whisper it. But once you learn to read their body language, you'll realize they're sending you love signals all the time, just very subtle ones. Today, I'm breaking down 15 feline behaviors that prove your cat truly adores you. Some you probably already know, others might surprise you. And before we start, if you want to keep learning how to understand your pet, hit subscribe. Let's get into the list. Sign 1. The slow blink. When your cat stares at you and slowly closes its eyes, that's not sleepiness. That's quite literally a cat kiss. In the wild, a cat never lets its guard down around anything it perceives as a threat, so closing its eyes in front of you is a full declaration of trust. Research has even shown that cats blink more slowly at people who smile and make eye contact with them. It's almost a language of its own. You can try it yourself. Look at your cat without staring too intensely, close your eyes slowly, then open them again. More often than not, your cat will mirror the gesture, and that moment feels like a quiet, wordless conversation. Sign 2. Purring when you're close. Purring is a cat's signature move, but it doesn't always mean the same thing. When your cat purrs while lying on you or being petted, that's pure comfort and pleasure. Science even suggests those vibrations help heal tissue and lower stress. So when your cat purrs next to you, in a way, it's sharing that calm with you too. Some cats also shift their purr into a higher pitch, similar to a baby's cry, to grab your attention faster. It's proof of just how well they've adapted to communicate with us. Sign 4. Bringing you gifts. A mouse, a bug, or simply their favorite toy dropped at your feet isn't a tasteless prank. In the feline world, sharing prey is an act of generosity, inherited from mother cats, who bring food back to their kittens. When your cat brings you something, it's including you in its pack and telling you, this one's for you. Sign 3. Kneading with their paws. That making biscuits motion on your lap or a blanket goes straight back to kittenhood. Kittens knead their mother's belly to stimulate milk flow. When an adult cat does it to you, it's reliving that exact feeling of total safety. On top of that, cats have scent glands in their paws, so kneading also works as a way of marking you as theirs. Whether the claws sting a little or not, there's zero aggression in it. It's pure affection. Sign 5. Waiting for you at the door. If your cat recognizes the sound of your footsteps or your keys and comes running to greet you, that's not a coincidence. It has memorized your routines and noticed you were gone. A stranger walking in doesn't trigger that same reaction. When your cat rushes specifically toward you, meowing or just watching you quietly, it means you're the center of its world. Sign 6. Following you around the house. Cats value their independence and their territory, so when one chooses to tag along with you from room to room, it's actively picking your company over its own solo routine. That's not curiosity, that's attachment. Sign 7. Licking your hand, arm, or hair. From birth, kittens are licked by their mother as both grooming and bonding. When an adult cat licks you, it's treating you as part of its closest circle, the same way it would treat another trusted cat. If it focuses on your hair or face, that's an even stronger sign of full acceptance. Sign 8. Showing you its belly. The belly is a cat's most vulnerable spot. That's where its vital organs are, with zero protection. Stretching out belly up in front of you isn't always an invitation to touch it. In fact, plenty of cats hate having their belly touched. It's more a way of saying, around you, I can drop my guard completely. Sign 9. Gentle little nibbles. When a bite is light, controlled, and comes along with purring or rubbing against you, there's no aggression behind it at all. Kittens learn to control their bite strength by nibbling on their littermates during play, and as adults, they repeat that same gesture with you as part of an affectionate ritual. The difference from an aggressive bite is obvious. This one is short, gentle, and never meant to hurt you. Sign 10. Sleeping right next to you. A cat never fully lowers its guard, not even while asleep. Its ears keep reacting to every sound around it. That's why choosing to sleep right beside you, instead of on the couch, a blanket, or near a heater, carries real meaning. It's their way of saying, I've got you while you sleep, during the exact moment you're at your most vulnerable. Sign 11. Lying on your clothes. Does your sweater always end up covered in fur the second you set it down? Your cat isn't trying to annoy you. It's chasing your scent, which represents safety to them. It's how they stay close to you even when you're not there, similar to how a person might hold onto a piece of clothing that belonged to someone they miss. 12. Climbing onto your lap or your back. Choosing your body as a resting spot instead of its bed or the couch is a gesture of maximum trust. Think about it from the cat's perspective. Your lap shifts when you move, your legs aren't padded like a cushion, and your back rises and falls every time you breathe. None of that is exactly a 5-star sleeping surface. And yet, your cat picks it anyway, over every soft, stable, purpose-made spot in the house. That choice isn't about temperature or comfort. Cats can find warmth anywhere, from a sunny windowsill to a pile of laundry. What they're really after is you specifically. Climbing onto your lap or curling up along your back means your cat has decided that being close to your body, feeling your heartbeat and your breathing, is worth more than physical comfort. In a very real sense, it's telling you, you're my home, even when the couch cushion 3 feet away would probably feel a lot nicer. And if your cat needs for a bit before settling in, or lets out a long, drawn-out sigh once it's finally comfortable on top of you, that's the cherry on top. It's not just choosing you, it's fully relaxing into you. 13. Staying close when you're not okay. Cats are far more perceptive than most people give them credit for. They pick up on shifts in your tone of voice, changes in your energy, the pace of your movements, and even small variations in your body scent that come with stress or sadness. Cats have been shown to react differently to a person's tone depending on whether it sounds happy, angry, or upset, which means they're not just hearing you, they're actually reading you. That's why when you're having a rough day, crying, stressed, or just unusually quiet, and your cat suddenly shows up to sit near you, lie on your lap, or just quietly watch you from a few feet away, it's rarely a coincidence. It's not hunting for food, and it's not asking to play. In that moment, your cat has picked up that something is different, and its response is simply to be present. It won't try to fix anything or fill the silence with noise. Cats aren't built for that. But that quiet, steady presence, choosing to stay near you instead of going about its usual business, is its own way of saying, I'm here. Some owners even report their cat becoming unusually clingy during illness or emotional lows, sticking closer than usual for days until things go back to normal. Cats can't tell you they've noticed, so instead, they just stay. 14. Inviting you to play. Bringing you a toy and dropping it at your feet, flopping down dramatically on the floor in front of you, or reaching out with a paw to tap your leg or your hand are all different ways your cat says, let's do something together. And this one deserves more credit than it usually gets, because cats are perfectly capable of entertaining themselves. They'll chase a stray piece of paper, ambush their own tail, or turn a cardboard box into a fortress without needing anyone's help. So when a cat actively seeks you out to play, instead of just playing solo, it's making a deliberate choice to include you in something it doesn't actually need you for. That's a meaningful distinction. Food, warmth, and shelter are things a cat needs from you. Play is not. Play is something a cat wants to share with you, purely because your involvement makes the experience better. If your cat has a specific play voice, a particular chirp or trill it only uses to get you off the couch and onto the floor with a feather wand, that's it building a ritual meant just for the two of you. Even the way a cat plays with its favorite human often looks different from how it plays alone. More back and forth, more pauses to check if you're still engaged, more looking back at you between pounces. That's not just play. That's play as connection. Before we get to the final sign, here's something a lot of cat owners notice but rarely stop to think about. Cats don't talk to everyone the same way. Here's the surprising part. Adult cats barely meow at each other at all. Cat-to-cat communication relies mostly on body language, scent, and the occasional hiss or growl when things get tense. The meow, in the form we all recognize, is largely a tool cats developed specifically to talk to humans. It doesn't really exist in adult cat-to-cat conversation the way it exists in cat-to-you conversation. And it goes even further than that. Cats don't just meow at humans in general, they often fine-tune an entire vocabulary for one particular human. Pay close attention over a few days, and you'll likely notice your cat has a specific set of sounds it only uses with you. A short, clipped meow to say hello when you walk in. A longer, more insistent one when it's demanding dinner. A soft, chirping trill reserved for when it wants to be picked up. Or an odd little chattering sound it makes only when the two of you are alone in a room. Around roommates, other family members, or strangers, that same cat might barely make a sound. This isn't your imagination. Research on cat vocalizations suggests cats adjust the pitch, length, and urgency of their meows depending on who they're talking to and what response has worked in the past with that specific person. Almost like they're running small experiments in communication and keeping whatever gets results. Over time, that builds into something closer to a private dialect, a set of sounds shaped entirely by your relationship that wouldn't exist in the same form with any other person. If your cat has noises you've genuinely never heard it make with anyone else, that's not quirky background trivia. It's a language your cat built, one sound at a time, specifically so it could talk to you. Cats are extremely territorial by nature. In the wild, territory means survival, access to food, safety from rivals, control over resources. So even indoor cats hold onto a strong instinct to claim and defend every space they consider theirs. The top of the couch, a particular windowsill, a favorite spot at the end of the bed. That's exactly why it means so much when a cat willingly shares that space with you. When your cat makes room for you on its favorite cushion instead of guarding it, doesn't react badly when you set a bag or a book down on its chair, or chooses to stretch out right next to you in a spot it normally wouldn't let anyone else near, something has shifted. You've gone from being a visitor in its space to being part of what that space means. It's no longer defending its territory from you, because as far as your cat is concerned, you're not really outside that territory at all. You're inside it, alongside your cat, and the two of you now share ownership of it. Few gestures say you belong here more clearly than a naturally territorial animal choosing to stop being territorial around you specifically. And those are the 15 signs that prove your cat truly loves you. Individually, some of these might seem small. A slow blink, a bit of fur on your sweater, a strange little chirp you've never heard before. But put them all together, and what you're really looking at is a full, ongoing conversation your cat has been having with you all along, just in a language that doesn't rely on words. If you recognize several of these in your own cat, take a moment to appreciate that. Not every cat extends that level of trust, and yours has clearly decided you're worth it. Go ahead and drop a comment letting me know how many of these 15 signs your cat shows you on a regular basis. I always love seeing which ones show up the most. And if this video helped you understand your cat a little better, do me a favor and hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next.